The skies are finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. And I'm your host, Carrie Hammond. Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Wick will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting.
Don't weigh the same. And change my clothes and wash my nose. Does the well go down that low? Let me breathe and I'll let you go. I looked down in desperation. I felt around for something real. There's a radio station playing wrong in my ear. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive. Coming alive, keep coming alive.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here. This place was always one for decisions. Somewhere for things to fall apart. Welcome back to Basswood, Sam. Welcome back to Basswood, Sam. I came up here every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big. I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things. My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares.
I remember spending entire summers on the banks, fishing with Nick.
You'd think the massive cliff face would be a giveaway. I get the feeling it still sees some use, given how bad the coverage is up here. These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone. I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it. I used to love looking at basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day. Why can't the real world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind? Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others. Even in me.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... people around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening. come on, Anna. Look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Anna, you really need to see this.
I can't even see. Something's blocking it. Sam, what are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
I'm down on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing? You look like I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna, please say something.
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring. You should know that. We've discussed it before.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss? I missed the funeral. Maybe it's for the best. On the bright side, Nick's not alive for me to let him down again. Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around. Given up already? Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone. Lost the signal. Some things never change.
Muley, you actually came.
It's been a while. You'd gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
So,
You left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You left.
It was more complicated than just me and you.
It's always more important than me.
Joan, listen. After Anna and I broke up, I couldn't keep living with her. I didn't have anywhere else to stay. So I moved back in with my mom, who's over in Connecticut these days.
You didn't call, text, or anything. You were just gone.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right. I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone. I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead?
What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything.
An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation?
A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself.
This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on.
Friends don't lie to each other.
Even if it means disappointing her again. It's your call.
Okay. I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something, but...
You want to know for sure. I get it.
Thanks, Muley. I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there, too. Can't hide in your car all night.
Who says I'm hiding out here?
I do. See you inside.
Might as well talk to Walter. I'll have to, sooner or later.
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, yes it is, Mother. Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it really been over 2 years? Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you. What kept you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back-in-town requirement. So good to see you, even if I wish the circumstances were different. In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do. Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
I haven't read an issue of this paper since I left. I wonder how they've been doing without me. Must have been a hard issue to write. Here we go.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, Big Shot investigative reporter.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires. But that mean you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right after this, right?
Just really embracing those hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Gentlemen. We'll get you good old boys another round.
Mighty kind of you, Declan.
You're not worth it, Higgs. Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, shame that. You watch yourself.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I've missed that.
It's supposedly the spirit of coal. Doesn't really belong here anymore.
you read Dickens, Ethan?
He's owned this bar
Not
for
really.
almost a
You
decade
just
and
quoted
still
it a couple
can't afford
times
another
there.
employee.
It sounded good.
Then you should
Walter
meet
can be
great
overwhelming at
expectations.
times,
It's a
but he
masterpiece,
means well.
plain and simple.
So, I had to throw them all out on their ear, and only then did I realize.
Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us, join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this.
Everyone came, most of the town, it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. Felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years, my best reporter. What do you even say about him?
Remember that article? Something about stoplights? No one cared, but he did. Months of effort.
Yield signs. He approached each story with his pen like a knight wielding a sword.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot at Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
Got a new start and new perspectives. I'm helping my mother with her garden. I've been volunteering.
Terrific to hear, my boy. Terrific to hear.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Yeah, that could be nice. Maybe. We'll see.
Think about it, Samuel. A drink with friends is worth 1,000 among enemies.
It's the guy who got the mine closed.
I can't believe he showed up after what happened.
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
Oh, you read it. What do you think?
Of the writing? Fine. Fine. Of the reporting? Something that needed to be done. Many medicines are a bitter brew, but you still need to take them.
That's nice of you to say.
Don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
But no more than 3,000 milligrams.
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick.
I thought it was 4,000.
I think she liked his work ethic.
That's what crooked pharmacists want you to do. But that amount is damaging.
Everyone here seemed to really like my dad.
Of course they did, Bug.
Everyone's nice in that creepy way. It's weird. Even Anna's weird.
It's a thing adults do. They say what they think they're supposed to say.
They all just say the same thing in this weird voice.
Yeah, you just had a tragedy voice. It drives everyone bonkers.
So why do people do it?
I honestly don't know.
Do you ever just watch people?
It's pretty much all I do.
Me too. But I don't always like what I see.
So, Sam, how's life been treating you?
Could be better. My best friend just died.
No need to snap at me, Sam. I ain't the enemy here. And your allies are in short supply, so be careful what you say. You staying in town long?
Not really. Why? You think I'm gonna disturb the peace or something?
Wouldn't be your first time. Have a nice evening, Sam.
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine. Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
Sit yourself down. Now you should know
Should I have brought flowers? Do people expect me to? Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Your daughter thinks Nick's crash doesn't make sense.
She's a little girl who lost her father. She's confused right now. Don't you go encouraging her, or worse, putting those thoughts in her head. I frankly thought you knew better.
Do you think she has a point?
I think you should stay away from her.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy.
This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face.
Happier times.
We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend.
I wonder who took that picture.
Bug was so small back then.
Those two were a great team.
He was more her best friend than a dad.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood. Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Okay, I'll bite. Tell me, Dennis, who did you have a standing bet with?
Myself. So I guess I also won.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way. Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
Really good. I'm thinking of going back to school. Go for another master's.
So you don't have a clue what to do with yourself. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
As
'tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Anna?
Sam! I've missed you. Why'd it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
Well, I'm here now. I'll have to try and come by more often. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? Even if not everyone around here would like it.
People around here have short tempers,
And long memories.
but most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
I wish everyone else understood that.
People are scared. Mad. You were easy to blame. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
You and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago, he never told you? He asked me to let him be the one to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
Ah. That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
Nick's death. Do you know if he had any enemies? Working on anything dangerous? Whew. Now this is a real can of worms.
This is a wake.
I know that.
Do you? This isn't the time to be digging and pushing. You always do this. You always... I get it. I just... You're still you, huh? You'll always still be you, Sam. I hope you never change, but I can't handle this right now. I'm gonna go home. I hate that his stuff is all over my house. Then drink and cry all night. You do what you need to do. See you around.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then I'll go.
Hey, Sam, why don't you drink to Nick on the other side of the bar?
So tragic, what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death. Not enough to damage the bones, but, you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
It's all right, Tara. I don't like the sight of dead, burned people.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't want to be rude on a day like this. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
Nick was the good sort. Sometimes the good sort die like the bad sort. It's not fair.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel. Join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Oh, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there, with a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Well, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
He was always good with Joan, though Kathy did the heavy lifting. Took her to school, fed her, clothed her, and Nick would pick her up. Play dad for a few hours. Mostly she'd just sit in the office drawing. He'd drop her back off with her mom after dinner.
Greater men have done far less by their daughters. The friend of man, the friend of truth, the friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed, few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Well, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
Put that down! Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan could lose his
I
license.
wasn't doing anything! Don't touch me!
Joan!
Leave me alone. Ugh, you guys are all so stupid!
You do not talk to people that way. I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if Joan got inside your head with her whole dad mystery death thing. Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh? Stop pushing me. Stop always poking at me. You just won't quit. I'm trying to help. And helpful tip number 602, beer doesn't solve any of this. You're back out in the world, feeling emotions, fitting in. That's progress. Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
Checkout was at 9. Sir, we need the room.
No, stay out.
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at 9? What happened last night? Oh, my head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? I can't think straight. Need some late for checkout. They can wait a bit more. Oh, my head. How many of these did I take? God, what a headache. I feel like a small jackhammer. Please let there be water. No, no food. I'll just throw it all up. Is that... No, that's not water. That is vodka, the opposite of water. No water, of course. At least it won't take me long to get my things. That's not good. That's... Where did I get this? What did I do? Focus. Find the way to calm down. Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself. Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself. Samuel, focus. Focus on anything other than the fear. You're doing good. Really good. You're almost there. Focus. Choose. Act. Deliberately. Get far away. Don't think. Just go. Far as fast as I can. Hide. It's never happened. If I run, I need to face what happened. Answers. Yes, answers. Good or bad, I need answers. I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. Pills and alcohol, you're lucky enough you didn't wake up dead. I need to know what happened last night. The last place I remember is the bar, so I'll start there. The squeaky nail gets hammered down. Maybe don't play lone wolf detective. There's too many questions about last night. All the obvious answers are bad, but worth knowing. Not all answers are worth knowing. I can't just run from whatever this is. So either help me or get out of my head. It's your life, Sam. I just live here. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Do you really think breaking and entering is a good idea? Used Ethan's hidden spare key, no breaking involved. I don't know if he'll see it that way. I could wait for the bar to open, or I could look for answers. I picked the latter. Ethan and his parents. And I'm guessing that's his sister. He always thought they'd run the bar together. I remember seeing this before. A long time ago. I doubt Ethan's account somehow led to the blood on my shirt. Whoa. What happened here last night? First, look around, figure out what happened. I ended up drinking alone. So who brought that second glass? Ugh. Did I do this? Sorry, Nick. What knocked this clock off the pillar? These were sent scattering. Someone thrown into them? Ripped. Did this happen yesterday, or was it always like that? It seems there was a fight. That could explain the blood on my shirt. Does it mean that I was involved? I won't be able to find out without more evidence. Joel's hat. Maybe we ended up having it out after all. Definitely not the wake Nick would have wished for. Hugh's business card. Wonder why it's here. What a mess. Hope this wasn't me. Flowers are ruined. Looks like they were knocked over, then stepped on. Could be the same blood that was on my shirt. The pot was completely shattered. Looked like it might have been kicked. DG. Dennis's initials. Was he involved in whatever happened? Wouldn't surprise me. I think I've seen enough to put together the pieces of what happened last night. Just gotta think it through. At least I can always count on this place to make sense. Now to work out what happened while I was blacked out last night. I just need to think it through logically, throw out impossibilities. Until only the truth is left. I know I got into a fight, but it could have played out in many different ways. I have to think it through, find out what really happened. My memory ends here, but there's 2 glasses. I was drinking on my own, and someone approached me. I can't remember who it was, but I know we got into a fight. Obviously. If I figure out how the fight went, I should figure out who my assailant was. Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. A person thrown into the pillar would do it. The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow. That could be it, but I still have to figure out who was sitting next to me. Joel's cap. Maybe he provoked me again after I'd had a few? fight had ended here, the bar wouldn't be such a mess. That's Dennis's. I definitely wanted to shut him up last night. If the fight had ended here, the bar wouldn't be such a mess. The pharmacist's business card. Hope I didn't start picking on the elderly. Looks like not even the memorial board was spared by the brawl. That's Dennis's. I have the complete picture now.
You know, the man who talks to himself has an idiot for an audience.
Fuck off, Dennis.
I see why you have so many friends left in town.
Yeah, you would know about that.
At least my best friend never slept with my ex. Who do you blame more, huh? The backstabbing asshole or the bitch?
You don't talk about Anna or Nick that way.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
What are you talking about?
I'll show you. But not here. Meet me later at the...
Ethan is coming back in through the front. At least I think it's him. You think it's him? I can't actually tell if you can't tell. What I know for sure is, if it's Ethan, he may not be happy to find you here. So I strongly suggest you leave. And if you don't, well, tell him you're here to apologize about last night. You trashed up his bar and then broke in. Time to leave if you're leaving. You'll want to apologize. Trust me.
God damn. Sam? You're not here to rob me, right?
I blacked out last night. I needed to figure out what happened, so I came in the back.
You drank too much.
Yeah.
So you broke into my bar.
Yeah.
After smashing it up last night.
No, that's not what happened. Actually, what happened is...
Sam, get the hell out of here before I call the cops.
Okay. That's fair. Of course. I come back on the town's Miners' Day celebration.
Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that. Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now? Ask around, see if anyone's seen Dennis today. Maybe see if anything jogs my memory. I've heard worse plans. Basswood's small. If Dennis came through Main Street, someone saw him. A statue honoring miners. Pretty meaningless now. Joe.
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. The boys give you trouble?
They might have given me a bit of a welcome back.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I could just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old Iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best. Joe has no idea where Dennis went. Someone must have seen him after the fight. Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. Of course you can ask. No promise answered.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today. Especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
2. One to hold the light bulb, the other to rotate the planet.
Not bad. The one I have in store is 3. 1 to replace the light bulb, 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
You ever find yourself like that? Mourning the past?
Sometimes. But I ain't like folks around here. I made my peace. The mine's not coming back. Don't mean we let our statues turn to rust. So, you still want to hear the story?
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. It didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strike breakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force, Union men. Met the strike breakers over in Logan County.
That's right. 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity. Brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now.
I'm guessing you're fond of that story, huh? A lot of respect for rednecks.
Well, things were tough, but we were a united community back then. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. You take care now.
Miner's Day again. Always brings up.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis. No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis.
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before. Passing by?
I was born in Basswood. I was raised in Basswood, though I left for a few years.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back? You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna take my millions of dollars and make a run for it. I can barely get by, like everyone else here. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave. Slow day so far. But people are gonna swarm the cafe once the celebration starts. I guess it means more tips for me, so it's not all bad.
Remember when this whole celebration used to be twice as big? Back when this town wasn't just a dead horse we all keep kicking. Why do we even bother with this old place? Bob. Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
You are many things, but not doddering. Plotting, maybe.
Sam, you shouldn't say such things, even if they're true. Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise, but...
I wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her, because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan. Losing her father at such a young age. Ah, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to criticize or anything, but these last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time...
Ah, but look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say, didn't you?
Have you seen Dennis today?
Dennis? No, it's odd, actually. He usually stops in here Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. You three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
It's been, well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go.
Hey, man. Thought I knew everyone, but I don't know you.
I used to be a regular a few years ago.
Oh, right. You're one of those who skipped town when the mine closed down.
You could say that, yes.
Town ain't changed much since then. Same old boring Basswood. I know most people hate that, but I don't. It's quiet here. It's nice.
So quiet there's no rush hour, I guess.
Right?
You won't find nothing unless you bring something. You won't find nothing around here.
The cost. Right, so the overhead.
You seem real engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Just balancing the books. Or trying to.
Do you still have Basswood's best coffee?
Ah, honey, you know we've never had that. That's over at the police station. Bess takes her coffee very seriously. Puts mine to shame. She pays out of pocket for real high-end stuff. I'd never make the margins work. Not that my margins have been cutting it lately. Anyway, the past is the past. I just accepted a big business opportunity, which makes tidying up my books in time extra important, even if it kills me.
Gonna light the whole place up and then collect on the insurance money?
No, but don't think I haven't considered it. Have you met Hugh Kirkland already? The new pharmacist. He's helping me with a few improvements. Angel investing. Can you believe it?
I actually can't. What did he ask for in return?
Oh, dear. I can't believe you're so cynical at your age. People in small towns do help each other. Every now and again. That's not just something that happens on made-for-TV movies.
How you doing? You managed to keep the books balanced?
About as well balanced as a snake with 4 balls.
That sounds uncomfortable, at the very least.
Something my grandfather used to say. Still don't know what it means, but it works in almost any situation. It's just been a bit slow the last few years. All over town, really.
I know you'll still be here when the rest of the town is gone. You're too tough.
Maybe. Maybe. But you know us. We always make it through. For example, I thought we'd never have another Miners' Day, but here we are.
I feel strange being back here. I don't think I've been in your cafe in a while.
Almost 2.5 years. Anna kept coming in, but you stopped.
You noticed that?
I could tell you 2 dears weren't gonna make it. It broke my heart.
Well, sounds like you knew before I did.
Gotta have one eye on the customer and one eye on the books. Not that I really want to keep an eye on the books, mind you. Say, hun, would you mind if I finish this?
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck with your book balancing.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled up my sleeves. I got to work.
That's what you did pretty much all Basswood.
You may have to get used to it. I guess the
Yo, get out the way.
You move. I'm the one coming in.
Fuck you.
That's enough.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them. Not uncommon for miners to end up in those once they get black lungs.
Oh, Sam, you here to pick up something for your, condition?
I have a condition?
Yeah, the one that makes you the way you're always so... you? It's all right, of course. I won't tell anyone. I think I might actually have leaky gut. It's where your intestine starts to dissolve and your half-digested food starts to leak out into your blood. I'm trying to find something for it, and if it doesn't help, can't hurt. I'm glad someone took over this old drugstore. Can you imagine? This town without a pharmacy would be like, well, me with a hole in my gut. I'll just check the internet when I get home. It'll tell me what to get.
It was nice talking to you, Tara.
Oh, yes. Always.
Still here after all these years. She followed Nick to Basswood, but never liked it. Hiking is an activity best done alone on a Sunday afternoon. Miner's Day always ends up exactly the same, relaxing in its constancy.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Yeah, and I have quite the hangover to show for it. Not my finest hour.
I would say not, after your barroom brawl. I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys, but you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
How do you figure?
The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
My mom used to say that all the time. Now she only says it a lot.
Sounds like a wise woman. Listen to her advice. Now, you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
I heard you're helping out with the celebration today.
Naturally. It's the town's biggest homegrown tradition. I've become quite a fan myself.
I never got into it.
No. A celebration of hard work and building something with your own two hands? Well, it's quite romantic. I'm from Florida myself, but it has that universal appeal.
If it works for you. I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know, here, Basswood. A blink and you miss this town. People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. Oh, you'd make sales. But you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small mountain town.
I heard you're helping out with the celebration today.
Naturally. It's the town's biggest homegrown tradition. I've become quite a fan myself.
I never got into it.
No. A celebration of hard work and building something with your own two hands? Well, it's quite romantic. I'm from Florida myself, but it has that universal appeal.
If it works for you.
Samuel, I saw you talking to Walter. Can you ask him something from me?
What do you want from him?
I was hoping the Basswood jungle could run a piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll think about it.
I really appreciated the chat. But I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
Hey, Kathy.
Oh, Sam. What can I do you for?
Dennis hasn't come in today, has he?
Dennis? I haven't seen him since last night. Why? You looking for trouble?
Last night we got into a fight. Like a fist fight.
Really? Oh, sorry, I missed that. You could both use the thumping. But I left early to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's not what I
just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter. And I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
No one in here was much help.
3 boxes of codeine. 5 tubes of anti-inflammatory gel. Sam, I'm busy.
Perfect toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends.
Now, I can't just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hey, don't give me that. People have been complaining, so don't let me see you here again.
You fascist.
What you just... I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal.
Looks like you're not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you have to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
That person you were talking to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but loitering and trespassing are. I try to be understanding, polite, but it's hard when no one is polite back. People call you pig or fascist just for doing your job. Then they go and do things like deface the whole town. And I'm the asshole? It could get under your skin. Where's you at day after day? Grinds you down. It makes you feel like you've been lifting logs all day. Nah, sorry about that. I went off for a spell. Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Trust me, I know. You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night. I'm not judging. His head's full of smoke. Takes a while to clear it out.
I don't want to keep you, officer. Have a good day.
Keep your nose clean.
It's not worth it. No one works on a Sunday. Well, no one except me. No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis. Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. I heard you asking about my dad last night.
Careful about listening to other people's conversations. Some find it rude.
Then everyone should talk quieter.
That's what I always say. Ever consider being a reporter when you grow up?
I've thought about it, but that's not what I want to do. Did you find out anything about my dad?
Not yet. Not really, at least.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just... when I imagine myself in the future, I just don't... I don't know. I don't see this place. Or these people. I'm somewhere else. Anywhere else. I know it's stupid, just...
It's not stupid. If you want, you can go anywhere in the world. Have adventures, fall in love. I mean, that's what I've been told anyway.
Gross. Okay, well that other stuff sounds okay, though. Thanks for listening.
I got grown-up stuff I gotta do.
I've got kid stuff I gotta see about. So we're both busy.
Slow day so far. But people are gonna swarm the cafe once the celebrations start. I guess it means more tips for me, so it's not all bad.
It's a lesson too late for the learning. Made of sand.
Good to see someone finally knows how to take care of a plant. It's basic, yet so many people manage to mess it up.
Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that one last thing I know. You've got reasons aplenty for going.
Cowboy must have lost his keys. Glad to see Joan hasn't changed too much. I need to? Different priorities, I guess. Christina, always bringing positivity. Betting there'll be a few more cups before she leaves. Some things never change.
Sam, I didn't think you'd actually show up.
I didn't think I would either. But hey, sometimes we surprise ourselves.
So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
It was really more of a scuffle than a fight. A bit of tit for tat.
Oh, well, if it was just a bit of friendly fisticuffs.
Yeah, I don't know if I could call it friendly. You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on. Tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in.
She might slow me down. Or try to involve the cops.
She might do those things, yes. Or she might be someone who you can trust, who can help.
I just want to apologize to him for what happened yesterday.
Well, he's probably working at the Basswood Jungle. He's there most weekends.
Thank you. I'll check that out.
We're not gonna have coffee? Okay, bye then.
Samuel, my young soul, are you still haunting this pallid town?
Walter, you haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Can't say I have. I hear you got into quite a tussle. Quite the tussle.
Nothing other than that?
You should try the Basswood Jungle office. I've known him to go in on Sundays. He may be a prickly pear, a very prickly pear, but he's dedicated. If he says something will be done Monday, come the devil or come the rain, it is.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
You know, I'm glad I ran into you. If I may bend your ear for a moment. I've been thinking lately about age, life, the turn of the clock. No one gets sharper with age. When do you think it's time to hang up the saddle?
When you're still young enough to enjoy no longer needing the ride.
It's good advice. Good advice. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for your ear, but soon I must abscond. Sunday lunch with Mother is sacred. Call on me anytime, young Samuel. Anytime. I've got a lot to think about, my boy. A lot to think about.
At least the Basswood Jungle is still standing. Locked. I should check the back.
My. Look what we got here. Showing your face in town again. I thought you were smarter than that. But I'm glad we ran into you. We have unfinished business after all.
Joel, look.
Careful. I don't want to have this conversation again. We clear?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Clear enough?
Maybe one more time.
Declan's right down the street.
This is a small town. There's not enough room for you in it.
Sorry, Sam, I'm still on duty. I wouldn't want anyone making up.
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it. Where is Dennis? He should be in here.
Dennis! Dennis. What happened? Who? Is that how I got blood on me? Did I? Do this, Sam. When you focus, you can think through any problem. Why did you kill me? Sam, no, don't think about that. Focus on me, Sam. No, don't think about that. Don't focus on me, Sam. Dennis is a distraction. Sam, no, don't think about that. Don't keep going. You got this. Focus on me, Sam. Dennis is a distraction. Sam, no, don't think about that. Don't let it focus on me, Sam. Dennis is a distraction. Keep going. You got this. Keep going. You got this. Focus on me, Sam. Dennis is a distraction. Keep going. You got this. Sam, no, don't think about that. Don't let it in. Focus on me, Sam. Keep going. You got this. Sam, no, don't give up, Sam. You almost have it. This is Dennis's office. There must be some clues around. Sam, keep it together. You can solve this. Figure this out before Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you. Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this? go on. The chair is pretty far away from the desk. But I don't think that's important. Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this? Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close. Where did the bullet go? None of these notes are helpful. I should stay focused on where the bullet went. Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close. Where did the bullet go? The bullet stopped here. Small caliber like Dennis's gun. I need to find that gun. His gun is gone. He had it earlier. Where did it go? The shooter used Dennis's gun, but I didn't have it this morning. And how did I get the blood on me? A blood trail leads off. Someone or something moved through it. Me? The blood pooled where Dennis fell, so the body was moved. If I moved it, that's how the blood got on my shirt. I have the complete picture now. Blood on the shirt was Dennis's, but I didn't kill him. I found him dead. Blackout drunk, panicked. I stumbled to my car. Luckily, I ended up back at the hotel and not wrapped around a pole. Now, I know I didn't do it. The police, though, may not feel the same way. I need to search the area. See if I can find out why someone would murder Dennis. I need to find out why Dennis was killed. It may have something to do with Nick. Dennis's computer is still signed in. You didn't deserve this. No one deserves this. Whatever Nick was looking into seemed big, but he said it fizzled out. Emails between Nick and Dee. They're talking in codes, nothing stated clearly. They didn't want to risk anyone learning of their meetings. Smart. Someone was watching. The puzzle comes together. Dennis was reading everyone's emails. He found out that Nick hadn't stopped his investigation like he'd told Walter. And that Nick was still talking to some informant. Then he decided to tell me. And now he's dead. I need to look through any notes Nick left in his office and check Walter's computer. They have to have something for me to go on. Nick must have left some notes behind somewhere. Walter also might have something on Nick's work. I should look around. There's a lot of junk in here, but none of it is useful to me. Walter always treated us like family. There might be something around here that hints at Walter's password. Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place. Hopefully his password reminder isn't some esoteric book reference. Walter was never tech-savvy. He just uses words that mean something to him. There's a good chance there's a clue in his office. So strange how calm it is out there when... well, this happened. He loves all his first editions, but Alice in Wonderland always came out on top. Wouldn't be surprised if that was his password. That was just after Anna came on, and we really were a small clan. Walter had this article framed after he saw the boost in traffic the Haven got. Basswood is his blood and soul. It wouldn't surprise me if he said it as his password. Just reminders. Nothing that could be used as a password. She used to be the office administrator ages ago. A photo Walter took of his first desk on his first day of work. Nick inherited it. Walter had this article framed after he saw the boost in traffic the Haven got. Basswood is his blood and soul. It wouldn't surprise me if he said it as his password. Bryn never looked happy a day in her life. Been Walter's cat for years. Maybe he set her name as his password. That's not it. I have to keep looking. That's not it. I have to keep looking. And I'm in. Let's see what secrets you got in here, Walter. Mostly standard so far, by the book. I see why Walter wasn't worried. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Nick would never drive without his seatbelt on, and he always kept his window open. The car really burned, though that's very uncommon in most crashes. So, Walter got the police report from Bess. Nick was supposedly drunk at the wheel, which doesn't sound like him. And his seatbelt was off and his windows up, which both sound very wrong. Walter seemed to buy it, but I don't know if I do. I think it's time I check Nick's office. Hope he still leaves his notes out. Joan used to keep this with her at all times, always observing and sketching and... what are those numbers? If I had the code, I could get in here. Thanks, Bug. Your obsessive snooping pays off. Nick always kept extensive records of his work. He was almost obsessive. How could there be so little information regarding his last investigation? Nick was looking into the impact the closure of the mine had on Basswood. What was he looking for? Nick was traveling all over. Train tickets, hotel bills, out of state even. He was tracking something, or someone. Nick had a contact. Same name as in the email. He was onto something big. What Nick was looking into was something big and dangerous. It's why he was so careful. They don't even work here anymore. Someone should really clean up this board. Valid question. Still not sure. Nick's handwriting. Always paranoid about forgetting things. Nick's computer is missing. Took it home to work or stolen. The only thing she cared about then was looking at bugs and drawing them. So, did you come to the logical conclusion to this mess we're in? Just a hint. We should get out of town immediately. Dennis tried to talk to me about Nick, and that's what got him killed. Exactly. Like I said, you should get out of town. And the details of Nick's death, it doesn't sound like him. 2 years is a long time, Sam. He may have changed more than you know. Changed decade-long habits? I need to go to the crash site. Just remember, if you're right...
Sam? What's happening? Dennis. That's Dennis. What happened? Is he...
Anna, listen to me. Anna, I did not kill Dennis.
Oh my God, no. It's... How could this happen?
He died last night. Hours ago. Not much we can do right now. He asked me to meet him here after, but I was so drunk I arrived late. And the person that actually showed up killed him.
Person? Sam, you were clearly hiding something when we talked at the cafe. Was it this?
Anna, I didn't kill Dennis. I promise.
Of course, I know that. It's the only reason I'm not running for my life, but why haven't you said anything? At least to me. I wish you trusted me. It won't look good. We need to call the police.
They'll think I killed him. I thought I did at first. I have no alibi.
This is not about you. Dennis had a family. They have to know what happened. It's the right thing to do. Do you want Walter to find his body come Monday?
She has a point. Someone is gonna find him eventually. Involving the police would only slow us down. I'll be more efficient on my own. Efficient and possibly friendless. You already decided not to trust Anna about the shirt back at Christina's. If you don't listen to her now, what will she think of you? Okay, but not that phone. Use one of the landlines here and don't leave your name.
You remember I'm a journalist, right? I know how to keep things confidential.
Also, I think whoever did this might be linked to Nick's accident.
This is about Nick? The crash?
I'm going to the crash site to confirm my suspicions.
Sam, I'm not sure this is a good idea, going on your own like that.
I'd like you to come with me. Whatever I find, I don't want to face it alone.
Okay. You didn't trust me with all this at the cafe, but I am trusting you. Let me call the police from a landline real quick before we go.
Here we are.
It barely looks like anything happened.
It's been a week, but we'll find something. I know we will.
Is it okay if I stay here? I don't think I'm ready to...
Sure. I doubt I'll be good company anyway.
You mean you're over-focused to the point of non-reactive thing? I remember, especially how you always end up being right somehow. I hope. I don't know what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, me neither. This is the place. Nick, I'll get to the bottom of this. First, gather the clues. Cold, hard, plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened. Maybe Nick tried to avoid this long. It's a bit far from the road. Two of the road signs were torn out. Did Nick's car do that? The fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far. The fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far. That piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs. No skid marks, no trace of sudden braking. The tire tracks clearly show where Nick's car went off the road. These road signs are intact, not a scratch on them. The car went up like kindling. It was pretty intense, judging the damages to the area. The bark got badly burnt. Must be where Nick crashed. A fuel stain. From Nick's car? Was it leaking fuel? Nick took this turn every day. It shouldn't have surprised him. That's all the information I need. Time to put everything together. The report states Nick was driving under the influence of alcohol. He was startled by an animal. And drove through a road sign before crashing into a tree. Things don't add up. Find out what really happened. The road signs were damaged, 2 of them torn and burnt. Only one simulation fits the evidence. The police report was wrong.
I thought you quit.
I did. So, did you find anything?
Nick, he was murdered. I'm sorry, the police report was clearly wrong.
Fucking...
Anna?
Here, just...
Joe, it's Sam.
Where's Anna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's right here. She's just a bit busy.
I need her to come back immediately. There's been a break-in at her place.
What? Are you all right? What happened?
I wasn't there when it happened. Just arrived. Called the police, then called my daughter.
We're on our way. Someone broke into your house.
Okay, so, about Dad. Don't tell him what we found.